Welcome to the Phorest FM podcast, episode 81. I'm Killian and Vigna.
And I'm Zoe Belisle-Springer. This week on the show, we're joined by Sinead Carroll, who most of you would know from trade shows and other events, such as the Salon Owners Summit, which in fact will be the primary focus of this episode.
So, grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and join us weekly for all your salon's business and marketing needs. Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning, Killian. How's the form?
Yeah, I'm good now. Good. So, nice, interesting one today because as most of our clients would be aware, we've had a couple of emails going out recently, but we've also updated the splash screen on the Phorest product. And that announcement is the Salon Owners Summit, isn't it?
Yes, so Salon Owners Summit 2019 coming up quite fast. Like, considering, I don't know about you, but like we're already mid-July. I haven't seen the first part of the year go by. It's absolutely insane. So I can only imagine that the summit is just literally around the corner in our kind of impressions of time.
Well, yeah, it really does just come around so fast, and that's just us talking about it, let alone Sinead, who actually has to deal with putting it all together. So it's all year summertime for her.
Yes, all year round. It doesn't stop, but it's great.
Well, it's definitely paid off because you're actually nominated for an award, isn't it?
Yes, so this year's event that happened in January has been shortlisted as a finalist for the Irish Event Industry Awards. So that's pretty exciting. So we'll be going along to that and we'll find out who the winner is. So fingers crossed. It is a black tie event, so I may go look for a dress.
Can I just wear the same dress from the last one now?
My awards dress, you mean? No,
like
I'll have to pick something up.
It's like when I bought a tux and got so excited. It's like, yeah, you just keep wearing the same tux now for all the awards. And then the last one ended up being casual.
Yeah, the last one was V-casual. It was good.
So, yeah, I suppose... how many announcements or have you announced at the moment for the summit?
So at the moment we have announced two of our main speakers. So we've announced Jo Fairley was the first one. You may know her from the Green and Black's chocolate. And then the second one was Ryan Holiday. So Ryan Holiday was marketing director for American Apparel. He's pretty well regarded as one of the best marketeers out there at the moment. So we're excited to bring him over. He's flying over from the States. So they're the two we've announced so far. There'll be another announcement coming. I'm not sure when this podcast is going out. Keep an eye on your inboxes.
So is it going to be the same format as last year with the whole breakout sessions and the workshops and stuff?
Yeah, so last year's format, we changed it up last year. Those of you who are Salon Owners Summit veterans, we kind of changed it up last year. We moved to a bigger venue. We moved to the convention centre. We started doing kind of more workshops, breaking up the day a little bit more with networking, workshops, and then the main stage. So we're kind of going to go with that same kind of team again this year, with the exception being that we're going to have quite a few more speakers than last year. So we're going to have more main stage speakers, and we'll be doing the workshops again, more networking opportunities, and then, of course, all the festivities that go along with it that everyone enjoys.
Yeah, that workshop was done the first time last year, wasn't it? And it was a massive hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we'd never previously done workshops at the event. So last year was kind of a trial and they actually went really, really well. So last year we had a few different teams. This year they're going to be completely different again. And I'm actually very excited about announcing who we're going to be having for these workshops. So again, you're going to have to wait a few weeks to find out who they are, but I'm excited. So I'm excited to share that with you guys.
So will there be more workshops or is it kind of the same amount? So it's 3 workshops in rotation again? So
there'll be 3 workshops in rotation again. I think that worked well. So instead of you having to decide and choose which one you want to go to or sacrifice one for another, you get to experience all 3. So we'll have the schedule in that kind of way again so that you'll get to experience all 3 of the workshops at different stages throughout the day.
Yeah, that is a great way of doing it because I went to a conference there recently and it was all different workshops but at kind of the same time. So like that, if you went to one, you're missing a couple of other ones. And like you could do them throughout the day, but you were always missing different ones because there was time clashes. Yeah. So the fact that it's just in full rotation, you get to experience all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we could make people choose, but I just don't think that's fair because I don't know. We want everyone to get the best out of everything. So,
so is this going to be in the IFSC again this year?
Yes. So we're going back to the convention centre again. We got really good feedback on the venue last year. And to be honest, we've outgrown quite a lot of the venues in Dublin. So it's great that the convention centre can host us, and it's a really lovely venue. So we'll be back there again on this. We haven't actually mentioned the date yet. It's the 7th of January.
Yeah,
so Monday the 7th of January. So
the IFSC, it looked absolutely brilliant for anyone that did go last year, or even if you see the image of it in your emails, it was completely lit up in purple, and then you could see the reflection off the River Liffey, really just kind of in the forest purple, the brand colours.
Yeah,
it just
you could actually
so
see
good.
us when we were coming down the Liffey. It was still kind of dark, and you could see us like reflecting. So it was a bit emotional. We actually got it framed. It's in the hallway in Phorest HQ here. We got one of the photos printed and framed, so it's a constant reminder.
So have we opened this up to more attendees this year?
No, we're going to have the same we don't as last year. About 500 people. So
500, and it sold out last year.
Sold out last year. Yep. So the tickets are selling really well at the moment. So Aaron, if you call in for tickets or if you email in, you'll be speaking to Aaron. Aaron's dealing with tickets, and he's doing a stellar job. So yeah, they're flying out fast though. So you'd want to get on it.
So around the summit, like everyone who's been to the summit at least once knows kind of how and what goes down on the day. Now there always is the tours before and activities before, and then there's also Inside Phorest for the last 2 years anyways. Is that still all in plan for this year again?
Yeah, so we haven't released details just yet, but as with in previous years, on Sunday afternoon we always organise some tours of Dublin. So we do some of the kind of touristy ones like the Guinness Storehouse, the Jameson Distillery, but then we also do the infamous Salon Owners Summit pub crawl, which always goes down really well on a Sunday afternoon. So that always gets sold out. But we'll be announcing details of that, and you'll be able to sign up to those tours. But those of you who've been here before, you know how much fun they are. And then on the Sunday evening, we organise.
I'm laughing because I know how much fun it was. I was
Yeah, did you not guide one, Killian, actually?
You were leading one. I'm signing you back up again this year.
I was one of the guides. It is good crack because the salon owners all get to meet each other. Some people came with their teams, some people came on their own, and everyone just networked so well. But they also got chatting to us, so Phorest staff as well. So there was just a real good bond that day. Yeah,
you made lots of friends.
Lots of friends. I just love being social.
So anyway, we have a pre-party then. Last year we had it in Cafe on Seine on Dawson Street, but this year we'll be having it somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you where it is just yet, but we'll be announcing all those details. So keep an eye on your inboxes, as I said. So all those details are yet to be released, and we're 6 months out, but 5 months out, but it literally feels like it could be tomorrow. Time just flies.
And so for the format of the Inside Phorest, because that was changed last year as well, that was actually done pretty well. Before it was just kind of, there was only one talk that day. It was kind of Paddy talking through the product, and it was only at one time slot. But this year you split it up into two time slots. So
for those of you who don't know, Inside Phorest is an event we host the morning after the summit. So it's basically where you guys can come in, meet the Phorest team, meet the development team, talk about what's coming down the line for the next year, have some breakfast, coffee, that kind of thing. So it always goes down really well. But last year we had such demand for it, we actually had to split the session up into two. So we had a morning session, and then we also had an afternoon session. And then you guys recorded the podcast in the middle. So it was a really fun day. Definitely looking forward to doing another live episode this year. And we'd love for some of you to reach out to us with some ideas of something that we can talk about. So this year's one, we did kind of reviewing your past 12 months and how you come up with a new strategy for the following year. Yeah, so we had actually quite a few speakers on it. We had 3 guests, which is more than we'd usually have in an episode. So we had Jenny Lawson from Mimosa Beauty in the UK. We had Paul Davey from Davey Davey in Dublin and Hairdressing Live. And we also had Sean, who is now actually in Australia, building the brand and spreading the word about Phorest in Australia with our team over there, which is great. And doing a stellar job too. We'll be doing the same again this year. So as before this year. So as before, you can sign up to it. Now we did have a few people who missed the morning session, but they could come along to the afternoon session then as well. But that was also almost like a workshop as well.
wasn't it this year, because there was more engagement.
Mhm.
There was different product feature ideas that people went into groups and kind of discussed.
Yeah, so the Grow team were out and about chatting to people, getting some feedback on features and that kind of thing. So it was great. It was great for us to meet you guys, to come into our offices and just give you a feel for what we're planning and get your feedback on it. And it's really useful for us, and it's really, really great for you guys as well. And plus you get the inside scoop on it as well. So
yeah, it's kind of like I suppose a real life user voice where you get to come in, chat about the new features, the ideas, and how it would work for your salon, because a lot of the ideas that came out of it actually came from people that were at the Inside Phorest.
Yeah.
So it came from salon owners like yourselves.
Yeah, so it was like a physical user voice there and then. So it's great. So no, that will be definitely going ahead again this year. So sign up.
So if you have any changes for Paddy and the product team, come along to that and hound them. So that is all of the Salon Summit announcements for now.
But in the meantime, Aaron is here. He's on the phone. So if you want to give him a call and reserve your tickets, or otherwise you can just email salonsummit@phorest.com. And yeah, looking forward to seeing all you guys there.
Cool. Well, cheers, Sinead.
Thanks.
So yeah, that was Sinead Carroll from the PR at the Phorest PR and events team, and discussing the Salon Owners Summit there. So like she was saying, the first two announcements, we have Joe Fairley, an entrepreneur best known for creating the Green and Black's chocolate brand, which was bought out by Cadbury's, which is actually the second largest chocolate brand manufacturer company in the world, just after Mars. So kind of a big deal. She also runs her own salon, which is really cool. And then we have Ryan Holiday, and I know Ryan Holiday is a very big deal here. A lot of people love him. He has books like Enemy is the Ego, Growth Hacker Marketing, The Obstacle is the Way, and Trust Me, I'm Lying. But he's got loads more, and it's all about kind of stoicism, I suppose the ancient wisdom of the Stoic philosophers and the practical meditation. So that's going to be a really cool one to listen to. And he's also very young as well. So, yeah, the dates then for that Salon Owners Summit are
Monday, January 7th, 2019. It's at the Convention Centre in Dublin, like on the docks. And the theme for this year is Power Up. I know we haven't mentioned it in this episode yet, but yes, so Power Up. It's essentially kind of how can you empower your staff, yourself, and everyone to just get on board with the vision and create a massive brand.
Cool. So, do we have a Zoe half? We're on a new platform.
We are. I completely forgot about that. We're on Spotify. How amazing is that? I'm so happy.
We're just completely forgetting about this stuff today, aren't we? Yeah, no, that's brilliant, because Spotify for so long have only been drip feeding podcasts into it. It was very hard to get your podcast onto Spotify. You actually had to apply through some third party thing. Long story short, but now Spotify have opened up to all podcasts. Am I right?
Yeah, most of them. You still have to go through a verification process, but at least it's more feasible, it's more accessible. I think the verification process for us was about maybe a month, which is still kind of longer than what you would expect. But I mean, it's there now, so you can enjoy it, and it's probably going to be the most accessible platform for you to tune into Phorest FM, I suppose.
Everyone has Spotify, yeah, whether you're on the freemium or the premium. And it's just great because you can follow it and you can keep your podcasts and your music all in one place, and you don't have to use multiple apps or platforms. So that is officially the final sign off.
If you have any feedback, as always, feel free to reach out and leave us a comment. Again, if you would like to be featured on our podcast, or have a story to tell and would like perhaps to be featured on the live episode in January, let us know. Drop us a line. Otherwise, have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you next Monday.
All the best.